What Chris Rock said to Jada Pinkett Smith following the notorious Oscar slap is revealed. In a recent interview with Today, 52-year-old Jada Pinkett Smith finally discussed what actually transpired following the incident, a detail that the rest of the world is still ignorant of. But what might be the reason behind Will Smith's behavior? Jada Pinkett Smith has now revealed everything about the incident and its aftermath. Let's get started. Although Jada Pinkett Smith's upcoming book, Worthy, may appear like an exciting autobiography, she has started revealing the positive aspects of her life well in advance. The talk show presenter and actress may have avoided the spotlight following the infamous Slapgate incident at the 2022 Oscars, but she is now back in the thick of things and is finally sharing her viewpoint. The media is undoubtedly curious about what happened on the evening on March 27, 2022, even though her book is more of an insightful and honest biography that talks about life in and outside of Hollywood than it is about the Will Smith-Chris Rock incident. Referring to the 94th Academy Awards, which Jada Pinkett Smith attended with her husband Will Smith, little did she know that the evening would prove to be extremely tragic for the pair. Will Smith was a strong favorite to win the Academy Award for Best Actor for his performance in King Richard. But everything took a dramatic turn when, in the middle of the performance, he was seen slapping Chris Rock, the host, in the middle of the stage. Naturally, the attack was sparked by Rock's joke about Jada Pinkett Smith's alopecia, which prompted her husband to lash out at the host of the evening with profanity-filled threats in addition to launching a physical assault. Pinkett Smith remembers, "Chris looks to me and he says, 'Jada, I meant no harm.'" She then goes on to add that she was really worried about Will Smith's strange behavior, which prevented her from completely understanding or absorbing the apology. She continues, recalling a few confusing moments from the memorable evening. "Will is still talking because now he is mad that Chris is talking to me. And I go, 'Chris, this is about some old shit.'" A few years back, when there were a lot of rumors circulating about Jada Pinkett Smith's divorce from the Pursuit of Happiness star, Chris Rock actually attempted to ask her out on a date, according to what she told the Hollywood media in previous interviews. When it comes to Jada Pinkett Smith, she reveals that Will's behavior was very unacceptable, and she is worried about the incident. Will Smith was prohibited from attending Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences events, including the Oscars, for 10 years after the occurrence. Since then, he has expressed regret for his behavior several times, even to Mr. Rock. Ms. Pinkett Smith was equally open about her marriage to the King Richard actor in the same interview, disclosing that they had been separated for 6 years. They have been leading completely separate lives, she disclosed, adding that they were not ready to make the announcement earlier. By the time they parted ways, she told the magazine they were exhausted with trying. On the other hand, Chris Rock reacts to this incident and shares his opinion on the situation. Chris Rock says there was no intention to cause harm. Almost a year after the controversy that stunned millions of people worldwide, Chris Rock has now talked in depth about getting slapped by Will Smith at the Oscars. "I got smacked by this mother effer a year ago and everyone knows it happened," stated Rock. And they asked, "Did it hurt?" "It hurts even now. My ears are ringing in the summertime." When Rock made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith, Smith's wife, having a bald head that she shaves due to alopecia, Smith, who went on to win Best Actor that night, walked on stage and punched him in the face in the middle of the broadcast. Later on, the comic decided not to file a charge. Before accusing Will Smith of selective outrage, which is also the title of his hour-long show, Rock had remained largely mute about the event. Pinkett Smith, according to the comedian, incited animosity between the three by advocating for a boycott of the 2016 Oscars, which Rock hosted. Pinkett Smith declared that she was against the lack of nominations for Will Smith and other actors of color. Since then, Smith has discussed the slap frequently. The day after, he openly apologized to Rock on Instagram, saying, "I was out of line and I was wrong. I feel ashamed because what I did not reflect the kind of man I want to be." He claimed to have contacted Rock months later, but he's not ready to talk. On March 20, 2023, this page was changed to correct an error in which it stated that Will Smith yelled from his seat before slapping Chris Rock. In reality, Smith yelled after slapping Rock and before going back to his seat. From the responses of Chris Rock from the stand-up comedy, it's clear that he is going through the same situation in tough times due to the incident that has happened. So, with whom are you going to stand with? Jada Smith clearly states that Rock said right after getting slapped that he didn't have any intention of hurting by saying that. According to sources, Chris Rock commented on Jada's hair loss, which triggered Will Smith to react against his comment. Also, Jada responds to this in a different way as they are not together anymore. In a clip from her upcoming NBC News primetime program featuring Hoda Kotb promoting her memoir Worthy, Jada admits that she and Will are no longer together. Will and she have completely separate lives and carry on with their lives like divorced people would. Due to that reason, Jada felt confused about Will Smith's unnecessary reaction to Chris's comment. What do you feel about this? The Smiths do not have a prenuptial agreement either, but they do possess a supernatural bond that allowed Pinkett Smith to become aware of her son Jaden's pregnancy just a few hours after conception. The Smiths are more complicated than merely a couple in love, as Lindsay clarified. To some degree, that applies to every celebrity pair. Notoriety is equivalent to visibility, which is equivalent to representation and much more. Married Hollywood couples are subject to a wide range of emotions and opinions from the public. This dates back to the golden age of Hollywood when couples like Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson or David and Victoria Beckham did it, as did Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall or Frank Sinatra and Mia Farrow. However, the Smiths, Will in particular, with his dual role as a music star and movie star, are so successful that they stand out even amid their exclusive group of well-known married celebrities, as there haven't been many black celebrity couples. Jada Pinkett Smith was really shocked by this incident, and she claims this action to be an out-of-character behavior of Will Smith. Jada expresses her difficulty in accepting what Will Smith did. Will Smith and Jada are not together, but they still are not officially divorced. They will unite during any function or any events. Jada mentions that is their style of living. At this point, Jada Pinkett Smith considers this situation as unacceptable and feels sad about Will Smith's behavior. This might have happened due to his love towards Jada Pinkett Smith, or his so-called wife. But do you think that it wasn't right to do that? If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. And if you like more updates, subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell icon to not miss out on any video and to get notifications on time. Don't hesitate to give suggestions for our videos. See you in the next one.